Hello fellow stackers, 365 here, welcome back to my channel. So I'm actually currently away on holiday and I thought I'll just make a quick video. I haven't brought any silver away with me or anything, so I can't do a backdrop or get any silver out to showcase. Although, saying that, I've actually got a little bit of silver in my pocket. Actually, I've got 2 bits of silver in my pocket. So there we go, that was a lie. I have got some silver away with me. I've got this stunning business card holder that I brought from someone in the community. Silver machine. Really cool. This is sterling silver. Really reflective, hallmarked as well. And this has actually got, if I can open it with one hand. Let me see if I can open it with one hand. There we go. Some of the stack of social business cards in there. So I've been dotting them around. I'm actually staying in the New Forest at the moment. We're in the kind of middle of the New Forest in a... I'll do you a little tour in a minute actually, but it's basically a plot of land that is owned by a farm, and they've cordoned it off and they've made it into a holiday home. It's kind of a bit like a log cabin, if you like. But yeah, I'll give you a little tour in a minute. But yeah, I've actually got a couple of bits of silver. I've got the silver that I always carry in my wallet as well, which is a maple that's really toned now. Not a maple, it used to be a maple. It's actually a Britannia. I swapped out the maple. This isn't toned as nice as the maple. The maple that I had in here before toned really nicely, but I think because there's too much going on this coin, there's too many radial lines and detail, it hasn't toned as nice as the maple did. So maybe it's time I took that out of my wallet and replaced it for another one and see what effects we can get from a different coin. So yeah, that was a lie. I have got some silver on me. I've got 2 bits of silver on me. The one that's always in my wallet, and then my new sterling silver business card holder. So there we go. But yeah, the point of this video was just to kind of check in, and also I wanted to remind people that although changing your fiat currency, which I've got some here as well we can use as a visual, although changing your fiat currency into something that's going to go up in value instead of going down in value, doesn't have to be silver, doesn't have to be gold. It could be property, it could be stocks and shares, it could even be crypto if you think that long-term crypto is going to increase in value. Whatever your particular investment vehicle is, as long as you're researching and looking into things, that's the most important thing. It's very important to be aware of what's going on. It's very important to be aware of inflation, what inflation is. Inflation's a very simple thing to understand once you start looking into it. When you first start hearing about inflation, you think it's a complicated thing, but it's not. It's very simple. Inflation is basically when this stuff is being printed year over year, day over day, month over month, been printed out of thin air. This is just made on paper, whatever it's made from, plasticky paper, and like I said, it's printed out of thin air. It's not pegged to anything. There's no limit to the supply. It's just printed and printed and printed and printed, and that essentially is what causes inflation. It makes this stuff devalue every single day, really, but mainly you see it over the kind of longer term. So you kind of really see the drop in the value of this stuff over kind of the years. So if you look at, for example, a £10 note, you go back 10 years ago and think how much a £10 note could buy you. And if you was to hold this for another 10 years, then have a look how much it will buy you. And it's a lot less than this can currently buy you. So that's the kind of inflation in a nutshell, and that's why it's so important to convert this stuff that's losing its value into this stuff that has a limited supply. And like I said, it doesn't have to be silver. Gold has also got a limited supply. There's only a certain amount of this that can be mined out of the ground. Once this stuff has all been mined out of the ground, then that's the ultimate limit. But this stuff is actually, although it's being mined out of the ground, it's also being used up, especially with silver. It's being used up in industries and production and electronics and solar panels, and loads of different things use silver. And that silver is not recycled. Sometimes it is, but generally it's not. So it's going into landfills. So if anything, the supply is actually getting smaller every single year, not just being limited every single year when you're buying this sort of stuff. And like I said, it doesn't have to be silver. It could be investing in the stock market. It could be buying property. Something that's going to actually go up in value over time instead of lose value over time. It's very, very important. But I'll do a quick little walk around to show you where we're staying. It's got a nice decking area here. You can probably hear the children inside running around playing. It's around about bedtime now, so they're overtired. See, it's a nice bit of space. We've got a hot tub area over here, fire pit here. This is all sheltered as well, so perfect. Even if it's raining, you can jump in the hot tub. But yeah, really nice bit of space. You can see, like I said, it's next to an actual working farm. So if I take you here first, I'll just show you over the fence. You can see we've got horse box there, and this just leads down. If you go to the right, this is all the farm. If you go to the left, that literally leads into the middle of the New Forest. So yeah, really nice location. I'll just show you down the other end, show you how much space it's got. But yeah, the main purpose of this video is just to kind of, like I said, check in and also remind you that you don't want to over invest. That's a mistake that I've made and I've spoke about many times on this channel. You don't want to tie up absolutely every single penny you have in your bank into investments, because it's very important to take time out and spend time with your family, go to places like this and make memories, because your children, if you have children, they're growing up so quickly and it won't be long before they don't want to come on holiday with you. They'll want to go away with their friends. They'll be too cool to be going on holiday with their mum and dad. So you want to make the most of it while they're at a younger age. This is actually a river here. This is the River Avon. It runs all the way along past where we're staying. But yeah, it's very important not to overinvest. You don't want to put every single penny you have tied up in investments. You actually want to use some to experience things and make memories, go on holiday. If you want to buy yourself a nice car, then buy yourself a nice car. Sometimes people get so caught up in converting all of their money into the different various markets and investment vehicles that there are, and you don't leave any left over for doing these fun things. Like I said, if you want to go out and buy yourself a nice car, buy yourself a nice car. If you want to treat yourself and have a nice meal, go and have a nice meal. If you want to go away with your family, with your friends on holiday, go on holiday. And that's the mistake that I made. I overinvested when I first discovered inflation and investing and how much your money was being devalued every single year. I didn't want any money in the bank. I wanted to draw it all out. I wanted to chuck it into silver. I wanted to chuck it into gold. I wanted to buy properties. I wanted to invest in the stock market. I didn't want any money in the bank at all. Even further than that, and I started taking out loans and credit cards, and I wanted to take money that wasn't mine and also invest that, because I just wanted to chuck everything that I had and what I could get hold of into the market so that it went up in value over time instead of going down in value over time. And that's a massive learning curve. It's a big mistake. I'm very close to being debt free again, but it's taken me a long time, a good couple of years to get back to a situation where I can say I'm debt free again and money that I'm investing is my own money and not borrowed money. So I suppose that's the kind of topic of the video. I didn't really have a topic when I first started. It was just a kind of checking in video, but I would say the topic of the video is to not overinvest, look into inflation, never invest money that isn't yours. Don't get to a stage where you've invested every single penny that you have, so when you need to spend money, when your car breaks down or when your oven stops working or when you just need to pay a bill that was unexpected, you don't want to be in situations where you're forced to liquidate. You don't want to have to be selling off investments that might have slightly dropped, because gold and silver, although the charts show they've gone up consistently over a long period of time, over the course of, say, the last 15 to 20 years, you don't want to get to a stage where you have to have some money from your investments and you have to liquidate, and you're forced to liquidate, and the markets have got a temporary drop, and then you're forced to sell at a loss because you've overinvested. You haven't got that emergency fund, you haven't got a backup pot. So you're forced to sell. You're forced to sell your stock that has slightly dropped, or your silver where the spot price has slightly dropped. And then not only have you made a loss, but you're actually worse off, because you've got to go through all the hassle of finding a buyer to liquidate in the first place. So yeah, I'm going to wrap the video up there. Just a little tour of our holiday cottage, a couple of pointers and things to take note of. Hope everyone's having a really nice day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hopefully my money's still on the table. But yeah, I hope you all have a nice day, and I'll speak to you all very soon.